All right, guys, I hope this goes well. If it does, this is my favorite sales training I've ever tried to prepare. But as always, I'm holding it mostly in my head. Tried to write it down. I never liked how it flowed, so we're going to do the best we can. But I want to go over two words, I am. I think I am is some of the most important words in your vocabulary, especially your inner monologue language. Now I'm going to pause for a moment and go over why I'm going over that. This is a wonderful time of year to review goal setting. It is the new year. People do silly New Year's resolutions. What is a New Year resolution? A New Year resolution is a goal. Goal setting is important. We've gone over this a million times before, but I want to review for a moment why it is so important and why it has value. Because goal setting helps to impact your inner view of self and your inner dialogue. It helps to define I am. If you set a goal, and this is so incredibly important, if you set a goal you can believe in, then your inner voice can start to say I am. If you set a goal to lose 40 pounds and you believe in it, your inner voice, your inner dialogue is going to start to say, if you're 200 and you want to end this 160, it's I am 160. What do you hear? What do you say? What do you believe? That is where you're going to be. Guys, this holds up in every single aspect of psychology, of philosophy, and of religion. I don't care what religion you are. This is incredibly biblical. By the way, it's also incredibly Buddhist. It's incredibly metaphysical. It's incredibly everything. Why? Because it is absolute truth, a gift from God, no matter how you choose to believe in who and what God is, to us and how our life works. Absolutely, unequivocally a fact. What you believe, where you expect to go, what you say you are, is going to impact where you're going to be. Conversely, why does most New Year's resolutions fail? Because most of us say, I'm 240 and I want to be 200 and I want to lose 40 pounds. And we don't say, I am 200. We don't say, I am thin. We don't say, I am losing. What we say is, I am a fat ass. What we say is, I am a failure at diets. What we say is, I am heavy and I can't do better. When we set the goal to make more money, to be better financially responsible, instead of saying, all right, I've set this goal, we want to look at the history. And we want to say, well, my goal is to be financially responsible, but I am a financial failure. I never have enough money. I am a guy that doesn't get enough success. I'm a guy that drops short. I'm a guy whose wife takes all his money. I'm a woman whose husband spends it all. Whatever it is, we feed the negative beast. What you call into action is who and what you will be. Absolute truth. What you say and what you hear is going to impact it. Now here's a quirk that screws a lot of us up. And guys, it screwed me up for a long time. A lot of us react very, very well to negative reinforcement. And so that gets us thinking the negative self-talk is what will drive us to get us there. The negative self-talk and the negative reinforcement, however, as a rule, only works when it slams up against a bulwark that is so deeply embedded and strong and so complete a subconscious self-identity that it rebels against and forces self-action. I, for example, always responded extremely well to negative reinforcement in sports. Coaches, even teachers, anything that came did. But the reason why, as I come to learn later, as you self-discover in life, was I was blessed with incredible parents and a super incredible mom. Dad was very involved. Dad was very encouraging. It was great. But Mom never ceased to tell me, you are smart. You are beautiful. I love you. You're the best. I mean, just constant, nonstop. I wasn't even aware of it. I was just raised with it. Reinforcement. Now, it wasn't princess crud. It wasn't, oh, you don't do any wrong, I'll always defend you, like that cute little TV show, The Goldbergs, if you've ever seen it. No, there was a lot of discipline and there was a lot of structure. But when it came, it was, you're getting a whooping. And you're getting it because you're better than that. Not because you're scum, not because you screwed up, not because how are you off you could do that. It was because you're better than that. You are this. You will not act like that. Whack. That reinforced a ton. On top of that, I had a mom that put me in church from day one, and a church that reinforced a positive image, a church that I was blessed that had this incredible library, these great children's books that I read nonstop. As soon as I read the pictures before I could even read the words, and constantly reinforced God's love. You are supported, you are backed. If you're going to fail, somebody has you, and all the way through. So when some coach came and said, whatever, you suck, you stink, get at it, it hit an immovable wall that said, well, that guy's an idiot. Bull crap, we're going to prove what we can do. And I got up and fought back. So I responded very, very well to those things. Negative of that, most of us don't have, and especially not in every aspect of life, that strong enough of a deep-seated self-conscious concept of self in a positive way. And it will continue till it finds that gap in the wall and then shred it all. Not to mention, know how big your sleeping giant is. Your sleeping giant can be killed. And you sit there and you look at these people, and here I'm probably going to bore you for a moment. But that man, that woman you know that was like, oh, it's so incredible. How did they fall? How did he become this addict? How did he become this alcoholic? How did he fall so far? I promise you, this isn't oversimplistic, but that was why. That positive self-image giant one day finally died to the negative self-talk, and it crippled, and that is how that happens to people. I'm not saying it's going to happen to you. I'm not saying it's the great curse. I'm just telling you it can happen, and there are illustrations in your own life and in society that show you how and why. I don't want to get lost on that one. What I want to come back to is, what are you feeding your mind? What are you calling into being? What are you calling forth? What are your inner prayers when your heart and mind are speaking out to the Holy Spirit, to the universe, to whatever you want it to be? What is it saying? Is it saying, I am weak? Is it saying, I am failure? Is it saying, I am blah, blah, blah? Or is it saying, I am strong? Is it saying, I am successful? Is it saying, I will and I shall? Is it saying, I am healthy? Is it saying, I am lean? Is it saying, I am going to sell 50 jobs this year? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe the mind can achieve is true because of I am. Because if you believe it, you will start to speak I am into truth in your mind and in your subconscious, and it will take over and you will succeed. So my challenge is this, as with every year, sit down and write your goals. Why do we write them? Because something magical happens when it goes on paper. How much of it has to do with how the mind works and subconscious and all that, I have theories, but I don't have enough factual theory to give you anything more than that. I'm just going to tell you it matters. It helps you to believe it. Have stretch goals. I love that stuff. But mostly, guys, make sure you can believe them. I don't care if you're, I can believe I can because I heard this great sermon one day, but do you really believe it? If you make $30,000 a year and you want to make 100 next year, do you believe you can do that? If you don't, what do you really truly believe? My goal is 100. What do you really believe you can make? 60. What do you know you can make? 50. Then your goal should be 50. Bump it next year. But write it down and set the goal. Make sure you believe it, and then remind yourself of it regularly, because I am making 50,000 this year. I am setting this new goal. I am a great father. I am a great wife. I am a great husband. And by the way, here's where your subconscious and the devil can kill you. I don't care about yesterday. Yesterday is not tomorrow. It's not today, it's not now, and it's absolutely not tomorrow. So quit letting the failures of yesterday define. Take them, learn from them, make the step, and be the better tomorrow. So when you say to your mind, I am a great husband, I don't want your subconscious saying, no, you're not. Don't you remember that bad thing you did? Don't you remember that time you cheated, or that girl you whistled at, or when you were out with, I'm a great wife. No, you're not. Remember that time hell with that. That helps set the path so you could be what you are, which is a great husband, which is a great wife, which is a great mother, which is a great father, which is a great grandparent. Your past gave you something to learn from. It does not define you in a negative path. So know and believe it and define it and say it. I am a moral person. I am someone that puts others first. I am someone that cares. I am all the good things. And when you fall short, that doesn't mean you're not that. I am Super Bowl champion. Oh, we lost a game this year. Well, I guess we suck. I don't think so. As much as I don't like them, I don't think that's running through the New England Patriots vocabulary. If Bill Belichick loses a game, I don't think he goes, oh, we suck. No, he gets mad because we don't lose, because we are the Super Bowl champions and the best in the league. I guarantee you, every game they step into every year, they absolutely believe that. And that is a talk going through their head and permeating nonstop. What do you think is the self-talk of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Why do you think organizations have identity? It's not just an individual, it's a group. So here's my selfish challenge. What will you speak into the company? What will you speak into existence as you're a part of the body, as you're a part of us on a national level? Will you speak positive? Will you speak negative? I can't control it. I will make a request. But it will impact you. And I don't say that as it's not a threat, it's a reality. If you wish to speak a negative into your group, and I don't care what company you work for. You work for IBM, and you want to speak positive IBM is going to be lifted. Is it maybe one raindrop in the ocean? I don't care. One raindrop still raises the boat. Is it negative and you're huge? You're going to hurt it. Is it one cup full of water out of the ocean? I don't care. One cupful still at some level lowers the boat. Enough people pulling enough cups, you can move an ocean. Yes, that may be difficult. Somebody feel free to call me on it, but you get my point. What will you speak into existence in your life? What will you speak into existence in your family? What will you speak into existence in your business? What will you speak into existence in your corporation, into your nation, into everything? I hope and pray that we all have an incredibly positive new year, an incredibly successful new year, and one where we're able to use the words, I am, and maybe even positively we are, in a good way, in a believe way, in a growth way. If this helped at all, cool. If it reminded you of some old things, probably even better. I appreciate you very much for watching. Hope you have a blessed year.